Alright, give us just a second, guys. We had a driver lag out of the session. Still waiting on them to get back. They will be back with us soon. Yeah, as soon as Speed King gets back in here, we can get going. Alrighty, once we can get Speed King back in here. Okay, Speed King is in here. Gonna tell everyone to ready up. Welcome everybody to the United Drivers League F1 series. We are here live in Zandvoort, Netherlands at the Dutch GP. My name is Pecan36. I will be your play-by-play commentator, bringing you the action today in the 8th race of Season 4, as we are very excited for this race. This should be a good one. As you guys can see, it is raining hard. It is a very wet track, as the guys are going to have to deal with the tough conditions of a full-on wet qualifying session. And it should be quite a blast to watch to see how the guys will manage it. But the good news for the drivers is that it is going to be a dry race. So, yeah, very excited to see how it's going to go, as it's going to be a dry race and a full wet qualifying. So, last week, actually, no, we had a break last week thanks to Easter weekend and everything like that. The new driver, Granty Boy, who was driving as reserve in the Racing Point, got the win. As everyone else saw, we had a great race, one of the best races I think I've ever commentated of all time in this series. It was a fantastic Belgian GP race, as Granty Boy got the win. Kiwi Bird King came in second, and Pig came away in third. But Pig still has a pretty big points advantage in the driver standings, as he has 133 points, the three-time UDL F1 champ, as X Breezy is still in second with 80 points, and we have a tie for third place. Actually, you know what, from all the way down from third to 8th is a 9 points separating between 6 other drivers, with Publix and Kiwi tied in third with 54 points, Gunbucked with 51 points, Trinak with 48 points, Karab with 47 points, and Big Rig with 45 points. And then, of course, you have the Williams team leading the constructors with 133 points, and the Racing Point with 124 points. The Red Bull has 114 points, and AlphaTauri has 105 points. Very excited to bring you guys this race today, as we see a couple of drivers are now out there on the track. As you can tell, they are dealing with the tough conditions. That is the Zandvoort, as I think we already have a spin of some sort with another driver. Can't tell who that is. I believe that is, can't really tell, but as you guys can see from the first person POV, this is going to be very tough to deal with. As you can see, yeah, Grand Tibor is already off the track. She's going to get out of the way here. As you can tell, this is a tough condition to deal with. As you see a spin there from Kill the Bird. Man, not a spin, but he got really... KD 1996. The Red Bull of X Breezy here. So we're going to follow around with KD to see what kind of lap he is going to pull on this qualifying lap. So, very excited for this race. And this should shake up the order with a full wet qualifying. It's going to be interesting as he sets a 121.6. Let's see what X Breezy does here. As he was going to have a pretty good finish in line that spot. He sets a 123.3. Let's see, Young Vicho is going to come around. He sets a 123.0. Kill the Birdman just came around to set a 123.1. Both of the AlphaTauri just came around, set a 121.6 for Gunbuck and a 123.5 for Pomblix. But race back, he has missed the last two as he had a family thing to deal with 2 weeks ago, and he was also suspended for the Monaco GP as Dilsek just came across the line to set a 122.5. But Pig, what a lap time that is. Pig just came around and he just sets a 120.42. Good enough for provisional pole, a 8/10 gap over the rest of the field of Gunbuck, who is sitting there in P2. Let's see how Hemi is going to do here. It looks like he is out there on a lap. Also got Hellmade right now out there on a lap as well. Speed King is back in the lobby, so he will be able to get a lap in. Granty Boy, as we saw, he spun out and took some damage to his car. So he definitely went back into the pits as Hemi sets a 121.7. Speed King just came across the line to get started on his hot lap. We're going to follow around with Hellmade here. Bossman is still in the pits. He has not yet set a lap. Let's see how Hellmade does here. Ooh. Gets really loose coming out of the final turn. That's definitely going to ruin his lap as he's going to abort it and come into the pits. As I imagine a lot of these other guys, they will be coming into the pits as well. No, Dilsek is going to try and improve on his time. He does, but he does not do enough to improve on his spot. Pig had a lap invalidation, but how about this from Drew Yu? Already up to P10. So good time from him. We're going to go back to Speed King here. Still has yet to set a lap as Granty Boy is also out there on an out lap. But let's see how the Canadian driver of Speed King does here. Getting some very good turn-ins. But yeah, we hope everyone had a good Easter as well. We had a break last weekend as we allowed the boys to enjoy their Easter weekend and spend time with their families. So we hope it was a good time for everyone else. But we are back. And how about this? A 121.3 for Speed King. But X Breezy comes back with a great time of his own to set a 120.3. That is good enough to put himself on provisional pole. So good time there from X Breezy as we see Big Rig, who is now coming around. Gonna look for drivers that are out there on a lap. It's Dilsek coming around, but he is 4/10 down on his time. as he's going to come back into the pits. Let's see what Pig is doing here. He is up on his time. He's probably going to take provisional pull back, and he does with the 120.0. Grant T-Boy, the race winner at Spa. This is a guy to watch out for to see how he does in his second ever race. Now driving full time for the Ferrari team, as Kiwi just came across the line. He improves on his time as he gets himself up into P3. As we see Big Rig there, he probably had a spin of some sorts. Hemi, who is up on his time, he is 5/10 up on his time, going to try and improve on that mark. These are just tough conditions to try and drive on too. Hemi just came across the line to set a 121.3. That is good enough to put himself into P5 for the time being. As we have Gunbuck coming across the line. Was there a big wreck? Looks like Publix got into the wall, got loose coming out of the final turn, but his teammate did go across the line to set a 120.9. Grant T-Boy, we're going to follow him here. See how he does. Karab is out. Karab is out. Did Karab wreck at the final turn? Yes, he did. Oh my god, that is major damage on Karab's car. Major damage on his car. He is out of the session, so the drivers have to be mindful as that. His car is still out there on the track, as you can see. Yeah, and there it goes. His car is finally off the track, but Gunbuck did come across the line and set a 120.4. Good enough for P3 right now. But Karab, huge wreck coming out of the final turn, as we see a Renault going off the track, but he's probably letting his teammate kill the Birdman by. As we see Helmade, as the two Alfa Romeos still have yet to set a lap. But Grant T-Boy, very impressive time from him. He set a 120.4. So we're going to have to be watching that. But Pig right now currently on provisional pole with a 120.0. So good time from him. But yeah, very excited to see how this race is going to go. Gonna be checking back in. I don't know if Green Boy is doing another lap. Yeah, he is. He's gonna set another flyer. Is this good enough for pole? Yes, it is. It's good enough for a provisional pole, as he sets a 119.9. So the first driver to get into the 119s is Grant T-Boy, challenging Pig for pole. Man. Alrighty, so besides the whole crowd, there hasn't been really much, but we're gonna follow around Helmade here, as he's going to try and get done with his lap, as he will be the next one to get a lap done. But so far, it hasn't been a good session for the AlphaTauri driver of Publix. He did miss the Belgian GP as he was out of town. This is not going to be a good lap. Kill the Birdman has been disqualified from the session. I don't know why, because I'm going to get confirmation from him on what exactly happened, but he has been disqualified from the session, as he might have to start from the back. So I'm going to try and get word from Kill the Birdman on what exactly happened there. As we see a Mercedes coming around, that is at KD, currently up on his time by 2/10. As he does improve on his time, gets himself up into P5. Young Vicho about to come across the line to get started on his hot lap, as we're going to go back up to Speed King here. But down on his time, as he gets loose as well. Big wreck from Speed King coming out of the final turn. So wow, bunch of drivers are having a lot of issues coming out of the final turn with speed Speed King Karab. I'm going to try and message Kill the Birdman to see what exactly happened. Message him, ask him what in the world happened. Bossman is still yet the only one to not set a lap in this session, but he is on an out lap. So we see here, Big Rig did just set a lap. He improved on his time. He set a 120.9, but not enough to move him up any spots. Dilsack, he is currently up on his time. He has a 121.7. What can he do here? He sets a 121.6, but not good enough to get himself into the top 10, as I'm sure Karab will want to. So, Kill the Birdman got word it was a weird spin and was waiting for Dilsack to pass by and got DQ'd for driving the wrong way, so not really through the fault of his own. Alrighty. As we see here, Gunbuck, I think that is Publix, yeah. So Bossman is currently out there on a lap. Publix is trying to improve on his lap. Pig is back out there. He's probably going to go out there for at least 2 laps. I would have to imagine with how much time is left in qualifying. As you see, X Breezy is now coming out of the pits. As Kiwi's coming around, no, he's going to go back into the pits. Don't know if he took any damage or not. As Dilsack still out there. Alrighty. Fine, I think it's young Vicho who's coming around. Yep, that is him. That is absolutely heartbreaking to hear, Kill the Birdman. I'm sorry to hear that, buddy. 121.1 is the lap time from young Vicho there, which is good enough to put him up into P8 for the time being. That is Drew Yu who's coming around, as Bossman still needs to set a lap. He's coming around. See how he does here. He sets a 122.7. Gonna fall around Publix here. Gunbuck did not improve on his time from a 120.9. Does Publix improve on his time? I imagine he will, and he does with a blistering lap time of a 120.0. But Pig comes back and takes provisional pole with a 119.7. So good job there from Pig, and good job from Publix there. Is kind of a bit scary. It was starting to look like he was going to have to start from the very back, but nevertheless, that is a great time from the AlphaTauri. See how Dilsack does here, as he sets a 121.4, but because of Publix, that does knock Karab out of the top 10, as Karab is now going down even further in the P13 range. As I see a Haas of young Vicho, but he is way down on his time. As I see, is that Pig or Drew? That is Pig. What is Pig doing around? Pig is around. Don't know if he got loose, or I have to imagine that he got loose. Does he have damage on that car? Got to assume he has massive damage on that car, as X Breezy has retired from the session, so he will not get a chance to improve on his time. Gunbucks did improve on his time with a 120.2. So now it comes down to Granty Boy, as we're going to go see both of the racing points are on their outlaps, as we are approaching a minute left in the session. As you see, oh my gosh, this is a very interesting qualifying, as just like I said, these guys are going to have to be dealing with the conditions here. See what Hellmane, Drew Yu is off the track to allow Bossman to go by, but Pig is back into the pits. I don't know if he's going to get another shot to improve on his time. fall around Big Rig here. Kiwi is going to try and get a lap started, but Big Rig is up on his time. Gonna go back up to KD. He is now up on his time, which would be good enough to get himself into P6. So let's see, what can KD 1997 do here? And he does improve on his time, and he does improve on his spot. He gets himself up into 120.4. Young Vicho comes across the line. How about Bossman, though? Does he improve on his time? Going to go back up to Granty Boy. Can he improve on his time? Can he take provisional pullback? Oh, it's really close with a 119.79. He's going to have to do another lap. Probably used every amount of ERS that he had to try and take pole. But here comes Big Rig, though. He is down on his time. He does not improve. But Speed King coming around. Oh, as he gets loose, coming out of the final turn, spins himself into the pit lane. So he's not going to get a chance to improve on his time. Hemi trying to get back to the line to be able to set a lap. He does get back. And how about Bossman? Bossman is off the track as well. What a chaotic qualifying session this is. As that is it. Alright, these are going to be the final ties. Ooh, as Kiwi was going to set a lap, he invalidated it. Hemi has retired from the session as he will go into the pits. Gonna try and find where the others are at. Young Vicho, he is up on his time. Can he do anything to improve on it? He does improve on his time, but it's not enough. But how about this? Can Gunbuck... No, Granty Boy, did he run out of fuel? I don't know what happened there. But how about that from Gunbuck as Gunbuck gets himself into P3. Drew Yu does not improve on his time. How about Big Rig, though? He is up 4/10 on his time. What does he set here? Oh, it's a 120.5. Not good enough to get himself into P6. As I believe that is it. But Pig will take pole again. He had a massive challenge from Granty Boy, but he aborted the lap and went back into the pits. As that is close. As Pig has beaten out Granty Boy by 0.2 of a second. So good job there from Pig as he will take pole again for the 31st time of his career. Wow. What a qualifying session from these drivers, as that was quite the chaotic and exciting qualifying session. Wow. I am ready for this race, folks. Alrighty, so Pig is your pole winner with Granty Boy in second, Gunbuck in third, Publix in fourth, KD in fifth, X Breezy in sixth, Big Rig in seventh, Kiwi in eighth, Young Vicho in ninth, and Hemi will round out the top 10. Please excuse the blue screen, folks, as I have to take some screenshots of these results as we are going to do a brand new lobby. So please ignore the blue screens. But what a qualifying session that was. Man. Alrighty guys, give us just a minute as we're going to get the race lobby and all that stuff set up, so please don't leave us, folks. We really hope you guys are going to enjoy this race. Alrighty, so let's get the lobby made. Ignore the blue screen again, as I need to send Alrighty, let's get the session made. But yeah, just letting you guys know, next week will be the Hungarian Grand Prix for next week's race. And then after that, we are going to one of the best tracks on the whole entire calendar, one of the best races in the world, which is the Italian GP at Monza. So ignore the blue screen, folks, as I try to get all my drivers back in here. As I have to send the invites out and get everybody back in here. Sending out multiple invites as well, because of the fact that some people can lag out of the session, so it's good for them to have multiple lobby invites as well. So just in case that they were going to lag out, they would have another invite that they can use just in case. Especially as we see as Speed King is having internet issues. And then send one more to Young Vicho as well. Apologies for the blue screen, folks. Let's get everybody in here. Who are we missing? We're missing... There's KD. Where's Hemi? Hemi is in here. Expreezy. We're missing Publix. As soon as we can get Publix in here. Gonna go ahead and get the grid made with Snap or Pig taking his 31st career pole, which is just insane. The guy has just shown that his qualifying pace is unmatched in this league. Publix, where are you? Where is Publix? There he is. Alright, so Publix is in here. Alright, so 4th. KD will be starting in 5th. So as you guys saw, that was a pretty wet qualifying. That will not be the same for the race, as this race will be completely dry, nice and sunny. It was raining yesterday in Zandvoort. And speaking of Gunbuck, he needs to be all the way up in third. And then Hemi will be starting in 10th. Speed King will be starting in 11th. Dilsack will be starting in 12th. 13th will be Karab. 14th will be Drew Yu. 15th will be Bossman Helmade in 16th, and then Kill the Birdman in 17th. Let me make sure that my race settings are all safety car, rules and flags, formation lap, all of that stuff is on, and we can ready up, folks. Let's get this race going, boys. I'm excited. I'm excited. This is going to be quite the race. So we are here in Zandvoort. But yeah, Pig is starting on pole again with Granty Boy starting in P2. And as you guys have noticed, we are missing 3 of our drivers today. We are missing A Trinak. We are missing T&E Hawk. We hope you are here, buddy. We hope, you know, everything is going well. Let me send this. Let's get everything going. But yeah, just letting you guys know, last year the winner was, I believe last year's winner was, yeah, last year's winner was Pig. T&E Hawk came in second, as that was the race results last year. I'm trying to remember who came in third. I'm going to have to go back and look very deep last year. I believe we had this race in September. I know in this race last year there was an incident between Karab and I, where he completely took me out. That's right, it was Honos who finished third. Honos got third in this race. Alright, let's get this going. Hope everyone's got their setups on. It looks like they do. Yes, they do. As you guys can see, beautiful weather here in Zandvoort. So let's run you guys down the grid of the UDL F1 Series Dutch GP, as we will have Snapper Pig, the current points leader and 3-time UDL F1 champ, starting on pole. The winner of the Belgian GP and making his full-on UDL full-time debut is Granty Boy. The AlphaTauris of Gunbuck and Publix hold out row number 2. KD will be starting in P5. Follow along X Breezy, who is trying to have a better race than he did last time out in Spa. It is a Racing Point row 4 with Big Rig, who makes his return today, with Kiwi, who finished second at Spa. Young Vicha will be starting in P9, and then you have Hemi starting in P10. You have Speed King starting in P11 with Dilsack in P12. Krop, he had that wreck in qualifying. He will be starting in P13. Drew Yu will be starting in P13, and then you have the Alfa Romeos in the all row 8 follow along with Kill the Birdman starting in P17. So that is your grid today for the Dutch GP. Oh boy, I'm excited. As you guys can see there, the predicted pit stop strategy, and because we were doing a different tire selection, that means everyone can just go on the tire of their choice. As you can see, the grid is getting made. I am excited. As you can see, the lights are on. And go, go, go as the Dutch GP is underway, but Grant T-Boy gets off to a good start. He's gonna battle, but Breezy also gets off to a really good start. Already gets himself into P3. They are battling out side by side. Who is going to win out here? This is insane. As Granty Boy Pig, they're still battling side by side for the lead, but Pig will win out and take the lead on lap 1. But Breezy, how about the start from him as he gets himself all the way up to P1? So great start from him as we are underway here at the Dutch GP. So good start, but Pig is still going to feel the pressure from Granty Boy. As we are going to try and see if he's going to go for a move here. It looks like Gunbuck is going to get passed by his teammate for P4. So Publix will get himself into P4 here. Not seeing any really moves yet, just yet. No, we're still good. But here we go as Pig. He will lead the first lap of the Dutch Grand Prix. So expect these guys to pit around lap 12. Will Granty Boy have anything for him? No, he will not yet. This is a tough track to pass at to try and get any sort of move. But it looks like Bossman and Speed King are battling out there for P12. As they are side by side. Ooh, contact. They are definitely banging wheels there, but it looks like Bossman might win out here, and he will. He will get the job done to get himself into P12. But Pig still holds the race lead. Wow. But Pig, so far in P1, Granty Boy in P2, and Breezy in P3. What a jump that Breezy got right off the start of that race. That is one of the greatest starts I've ever seen a driver do here in the UDL F1 series. So that was quite the start from Breezy there. But yeah, as the DRS is going to open up now, as the DRS is now enabled on this lap, as Hellmate is out of the race, and we have a safety car. So Hellmate has wrecked out a DNF, and we have our first safety car of this race. Wow. So on lap 3, just as the DRS was enabled, folks, it has come out. But how about this from Hemi, who started all the way in P10. He's also all the way up into P7. So the guys need to watch their speed to make sure. But Hellmade, oh wow. And Hellmade has left the session as well. Don't know what exactly happened. We also have a car. I think there's something going on with Dilsag. It says his car is in the middle of the track. Not sure what exactly is going on, but we are still fine here. I don't know if any of these guys are going to choose to pit or not. But yeah, to kind of give you the rundown there, Pig and Granty Boy were having quite themselves the battle on lap 1, with Granty Boy getting off to a great start as these guys were side by side for a long time. But Breezy got himself the start of a lifetime As these guys, they are going to go in and pit, as Granty Boy will stay out, KD will stay out as well. This is going to be a very busy pit lane. Let's see what everyone is going to go with, as he is going to put on the hard tires. They will also put on the hard tires. Publix will put on the hard tires. Hemi as well will put on the hard tires as well. Drew U will put on the hard tires, and it looks like Young V Cho is going to take a wing change. But Granty Boy is your leader of this race. Wow. So, with the helmet wreck, it has caused a safety car to come out. This is definitely time to bring out the tire stats to see how it all looks, as Granty Boy starting, who will be restarting in P1 when the safety car comes in, and Gunbuck, who did not pit, KD on the medium tires, as this is going to be something else, folks, as a bunch of the front runners in 10th, 11th, 12th, and 13th, with Kill the Birdman starting in P14, Drew U, as the safety car is in the slap. So very quick safety car indeed. As you can tell, he has a lot of drivers behind him. As we are going to get back to green flag racing here, folks, as Granty Boy, he will control the paces. There he goes. Yes, he gets off to a great start. Green flag is back out here at the Dutch GP. Will anyone go for a move here? It looks like Pig has already just gone for a move, as he just sent it down the inside, trying to get around all of these guys. Already gets himself up into P8. Oh, as we have a car's route. X Breezy is into the wall, as he's going to have some massive damage on that car, as the green flag has come out, as they were trying to get around all of those guys, and I don't know if Pig has any damage or not. It looks like he does. No, that is Publix who has damage on his car. Sorry, yeah, that is Publix who has a right front damaged wing, so that is going to be something to look out for. But right now, Granty Boy still holds a nice lead in this race, as we have another yellow. That is Drew U, who has spun around. But no one's going for any moves yet. Gonna go back here to Pig, see if he's gonna pull any type of moves pretty soon. That is going to be the driver to watch for. As, wow, he jumped up 3 spots on the safety car restart. So, what a restart by Pig there, as he is out there on the hard tires, while Granty Boy still holds the lead of this race. It looks like we are going to get a pass between Karab and Kill the Birdman, as Kill the Birdman goes down the inside of Karab there, actually the outside, as he will get it around to take P12, as Granty Boy already building a nice lead between him and Gunbuck there, is, yeah, X Breezy has gone into the pits, who is going to take a wing change as well. So very unfortunate for him. He will go back out there on the medium tires. Pig starting to chase down the Alfa Romeo of Bossman here, as Pig is out there on the hard tires. He won this race last year. Can he make it 2 in a row? That is going to be the question to watch, as DRS is not back up just yet. So let's see how it goes. As Granty Boy just sets the fastest lap of the race, as DRS is now enabled here at the Dutch Grand Prix, as Public still is trying to nurse a damaged right front wing on that car. You gotta imagine that turning around here is going to be chaotic for him, as Hemi is going to try and do everything he can to get around him, as Pig is starting to breathe down the neck of Bossman here. Is he going to go for a move here? Ooh, it's way too risky to try and go for a move there. as I think we just had another spin. That was Drew Yu, as Publix and Hemi are still battling it out there for P10. Very too early to say what is the net stops compared to with the safety car coming out. But gotta imagine Pig at some point soon will try and make a pass, as we see the racing points we're going to try and work together here in this race, as they are right now sitting in 4th and 5th, as Kiwi cannot get any type of gap onto the Mercedes. As you see here, Pig is going to go for a move down the inside of Bossman here. Is he going to make the move stick, as they are side by side, so close to each other, as battling it out? Who will win out? As Bossman, he will win out. But also another thing to note, it looks like Hemi was also able to get around Publix as well, with Publix trying to nurse that damaged wing of his, but King also trying to get into the battle there. But watching Pig here trying to get around the Alfa Romeo of Bossman here, and it looks like Rig does get around his teammate. Don't know what's going on with Kiwi here, as he is falling back. Wow, very much so, but don't know if that was a team call or not to allow his teammate to pass. But Granty Boy already up 2.2 seconds on Gunbuck here, but KD has gotten really close now to Gunbuck. Gotta think he's going to go for a move here. Yes, he will. He's going to go for the move. Will he get it done? As he will get it done for P2, as you can see there. Pig does finally get around Bossman there. So Pig is now up into P7, but KD all the way up to P2 now in the Dutch GP. As Dilsack starting to get up there, as we look at something, I don't know if Bossman got loose or not, but he has fallen all the way down to P12. So Bossman has gotten loose. He is now all the way down into P12, starting to feel the pressure from Karab there on the medium tires, as those soft tires are now on 8 lap old. So the wear for the soft tire runners is definitely going to start to feel affected here soon. Going to see here as Kiwi is going to start feeling the pressure from Dilsack as well, but Speed King might be feeling the pressure from Hemi as well. So gonna watch this. Can Dilsack possibly make a run on Kiwi here? We have another yellow. I believe that's X Breezy, as it has not been his day today in this race. So X Breezy just having a tough day today at the Zandvoort GP, while Hemi and Speed King are battling it out side by side here, as Speed King will win out there. So Hemi will not be able to get the move done for P8. As Hemi's going to try everything he can. Wow, some of the cameras around this track are getting some great shots of all these drivers battling it out. And your update on the lead of this race, as Granty Boy already up to 2.9 seconds on KD. As I have to imagine in the next 2 to 4 laps, as Granty Boy's pit window is going to open up here really soon. But now that lead is up to at least 3 seconds. But Pig is trying to close in on that gap to Dilsack, as Dilsack is going to get some DRS help here soon. But going to see what can Speed King and Hemi do here, as they're going to battle it out here. Hemi's going to try and go for a move on the outside. Will he be able to make it stick? But Speed King going to defend it pretty well. Will he get around? And yes, he will. He will get the move done, but Publix shoots him down the inside, trying to make the move stick, but he doesn't get it to work, as King was able to fend off a dive bomb attempt from Publix there to stay in P9. it was definitely a very ambitious move. He almost gets the move to stick, so very impressive there from Publix, but he doesn't get the move to stick. But here we go, Dilsack trying to chase down the racing point of Kiwi here. Pig not being able to close in on that gap just yet between him and Dilsack, as KD still holding out a very nice lead. I don't think Dilsack is close enough yet to try and make any sort of a pass to get himself up into P5. He is getting closer, but not enough for a pass, as the pit window for the soft tire runners has opened up in this race. We're going to have to see how this is all going to go for the rest of these guys. And just like I said, this is a very hard track to pass. As you can see, this is a very narrow track. As you can just tell that Publix he does not have a lot of room to really go for a move here, except maybe on the front stretch. As you can tell, he also has a damaged right front wing as he is trying to nurse that car, and is very tough to turn in. But Dilsack starting to get close to the racing point of Kiwi here. Gonna have to see with Granty Boy if he's going to pit on this lap or not. No, he is not. He's probably gonna stay out just another lap or two longer. But Dilsack is starting to get close. What will he go here? What will he go? He will not go for a move. He's not close enough just yet, as Bossman does go into the pits. So he will go on to possibly a new pair of tires, as X Breezy just came around the track to set the fastest lap of the race. As Bossman, he will go on and put on a set of medium tires, but Granty Boy still holds a big lead in this race with KD in P2 and Gunbuck in P3. So lots of interesting stories going on in this race, especially with all the different tire strats. That is definitely going to make this race a very different race down the stretch. King is still dealing with Publix there, up for the P9 spot. But let's see, can Dilsack make a run here on Kiwi or not? Doesn't look like he will, but I know with these soft tire runners, as Gunbuck, he will go into pit in this race, as he is going to go on to another set of hard tires. So yes, he will put on a set of hard tires. As you can see, this big line here is, yeah, some of these guys who are kind of in that back, when they pit, they are going to deal with lots of traffic in this race. I imagine X Breezy is getting the blue flags. Yes, he is. As you can tell with Gunbuck, he is now all the way down to P13. Thanks to the pit stop. Granty Boy still holds a big lead in this race, but while all that was going on, Dilsack did get the move done, as he has gotten himself up into P4. So we are sorry that we missed out on that. Alrighty. So, Granty Boy still holds a nice lead in this race. He still has not pit just yet. He still hasn't gone in, as you can tell with Dilsack. Oh, and here we go. Yep, as Dilsack is going to go into the pits, so is Kiwi. So let's see what tires are going to go on here, as Dilsack will put on another set of hard tires, as Kiwi is taking a front wing change. So I did not see that. It didn't look like it on screen, but I guess he had a damaged wing, and that's why his pace was slowing down very considerably. But as you can tell here, Publix is still battling it out with Speed King. just doesn't have anywhere to pass. It definitely looks like he has the better pace, but because of the damaged wing, it's definitely costing him. As we have a car around, it is Karab. Massive damage to the left front wing of his car. So not what you want to see there, as he's going to have to go into the pits, as we have something going on here between Young Vicho and X Breezy, the left down driver of X Breezy here, battling it out with Young Vicho and Gunbuck. Don't know what's going on there, but Granty Boy is into the pits. He is going out there on a set of medium tires. Where is Pig? Is he going to beat him out? Yes, he will. Pig will beat out Granty Boy. Where is Hemi? As Hemi will also beat out Granty Boy as well. As we have another yellow, I believe that is Karab. He is around, so is Drew Yu, as we have two cars around. So two drivers around right now. Big Rig still has yet to pit, so does Speed King. Oh, as they are battling it out so much between the two, as Karab has gone into the pits and he is going to retire from this race. Public's trying anything he can. He's going to go down the inside. Ooh, he gets a little bit loose. Does he spin out? Yes, he does. So Publix was going for a move. It did not work out for him, as he is around, as he has to absolutely be furious. I don't know if King gave him enough room or not. It was hard to tell, but Big Rig is now into the pits, as he also gets a 5-second time penalty for speeding in pit lane. But Granty Boy does go for the move for the net P2, as he's going to have to do everything he can to chase down Pig. Massive. There is so much going on in this race. It is hard to keep up. But wow, so much is going on in this race, but it looks like Gunbuck has gone around, killed the Birdman. I don't know what X Breezy is doing, being the lap down driver, but Granty Boy only 2.8 seconds away from Pig, as we know Pig, I wonder if he can go the whole entire race on those hard tires. It's going to be a tall task to do, but we'll have to wait and see if he's going to be able to pull that off. What a race this has been, especially in these last few laps. So I'm going to watch those gaps between Pig and Granty Boy, as Granty Boy has now gotten that 2.7 second lead all the way down to almost just 2 seconds. But Gunbuck trying to chase down the McLaren of Speed King here. But I gotta say, gotta give Kill the Birdman a lot of credit here, as he started in last place and now he is all the way down to P7, as X Breezy just gets a 5-second time penalty for ignoring the blue flags. But Gunbuck still trying to deal with. So again, another AlphaTauri trying to battle it out with the McLaren here of Speed King. And Sebopai, I think X Breezy, don't know exactly what happened to him, because I'm sure we're going to have his footage here after this race to know exactly what happened to him in this chase down. But Granty Boy has now gotten that gap between him and Pig down to 1.4 seconds. Gunbuck, he is going to look for a move down the outside, as he will get the move done away from King. But X Breezy, a tough day for him, as he is going to go into the pits, as he will retire the car. So 3 drivers have retired from this race. But Granty Boy has now gotten that gap down to 1.3 seconds. As you can see, he has He is on the better tire as well. He is out there on the medium tires as Pig is trying to go a legit 33, 34 laps on the hard tires. That is going to be a tough thing to do, but it's definitely going to be a very fun development to watch as Young Vicho and Big Rig are battling it out. As you see there, Kill the Birdman and Young Vicho are having themselves a battle for P9. Don't know what's going on there. Don't know what's going on with the stream. Alright, we are back, folks. I apologize that the quality of the stream is a little bit fuzzy on my race. Let's see how it goes here as he is trying to chase down. Getting close. He's going to go for a move here. I have to imagine he's going to go to the outside. Will he get the move done? Ooh, but Pig tries to outbrake him. Will he get out in front? Yes, he will. So Grant T-Boy takes the lead of the back out in front. So Grant T-Boy gets himself back out in front as he will take the lead of the Dutch Grand Prix. Just like I said, folks, really sorry about the stream quality here, folks. I don't know what exactly is going on. But Hemi in P3, KD in P4, Gunbuck in P5, Big Rig in P6. But Kill the Birdman did finally go in a pit as he will go out there on these soft tires. But Grand T-Boy took the lead of this race. As, yeah, I can definitely see that there's something going on the stream. I apologize, folks, for the stream quality. But Grand T-Boy still holding himself a nice lead. Pig trying to hold that DRS, trying to still stay in the DRS of Grand T-Boy here. But Young Vicho, yep, that was Speed King who just went into the pits. But there is still a great battle for the lead going on here. So there's nothing I can do, folks, about the quality of this crew. But I would have to cut off the stream mid-race, and I don't want to do that. But there is a really good battle going on for the last point spot between Speed King and Kill the Bird. Not too long ago, both on these soft tires. Birdman trying to get a move done, but Pig is still holding himself pretty well. Still within a second of Grand T-Boy, as Grand T-Boy can't escape from Pig here, as Pig just will not go away. As you can see here, KD starting to track down his teammate of Hemi here. Don't know